Oh shit. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Let's try this again. Let's actually resume. Don't worry about that save point. That's just me not remembering if I saved and then saving again after leaving the game open here. Anyways, last time on Virtue's Last Reward, we locked Dio in a pod to suffer. Punishment pod.
I said open it, goddammit!
Nah, I think we're good. I don't think so.
You're gonna pay for this. When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you!
You're not getting out of here until you develop stand powers. And then you'll fight our descendants. So, guess we figured out who the murderer was. And we found Quark.
Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyoji.
Hopefully they're not already fucking dead. Yeah.
Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned.
Good point. This feels like Kay's route.
Let's go.
And it's also probably a good thing that we did not trust Kay in the last AB game. Because the flowchart path of Kay there is a lot shorter. The flowchart path for allying with Kay is a lot shorter, so he probably would have left. Huh. Looks like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Oh man. Now we've got to go look for them.
How much time until the white doors open?
50 minutes.
Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now.
Kay and I nodded.
By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Quark's bracelet.
Where is it?
When we found him in the pod, he wasn't wearing it. Why?
How should I know? I think the more important question is, where is it currently?
Presumably, it had been taken off before we found him.
So we have no idea where it is.
Pretty much.
I see.
That's concerning.
That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game.
Ah. He's a solo. What?
We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door.
Ah.
If we lose one...
Oh no. We wouldn't be able to get through the secondary door.
Yeah.
Maybe this is gonna be a lot shorter than we thought. Shit. Who would be pairing up with Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo. That would mean he'd be with the cyan pair.
Who's the cyan pair?
Clover and Tenmyoji.
Oh.
The 2 people who are missing.
Oh.
Quark's bracelet is gone, and his 2 teammates have disappeared.
But what's going on? I mean, Clover and Tenmyoji took the bracelet? If they did, that would be good.
Well, if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did.
Then why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
What? No, that's not possible. Primary doors haven't even opened yet.
Perhaps someone opened one of them.
How?
I don't know. But it's happened before. Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door? Someone made one of them open.
Oh. I don't think
Perhaps
that's related.
This is the same thing.
But that's against the rules.
Yes, I know.
The rules!
But if the person opening the doors is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter? Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyoji is Zero Senior?
Well,
It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
they did. We won't know where they went until the doors open for the rest of us.
So I would assume.
This is still all just speculation, though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind, so that we don't miss them if they come back.
Okay. I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, all right? Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you.
Of course. Well, where to? Okay, buddy. Oh, okay. Guess we'll go this way. I wonder what the other red doors are. This is the pantry?
So it would appear.
Well, looks like they're not here.
When we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door, which would have meant this room.
Not gonna do us any good to hang around here, though. Let's head upstairs.
Very well.
The number 9 bracelet on its own does not do them much good. Hello? Quover, are you here? No one here either, huh? Tenmyoji loves Scott so much I thought we might find him here drinking some. Okay, you look concerned. It's around the time that I noticed that Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that I probably would have described as blankly. I could have actually seen his eyes. Are you okay? Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask...
Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I'd gotten so used to the suit, I'd kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything? I don't know about that.
Well, actually, I did remember a little.
Really?
Yes.
What did you remember?
My father.
Oh. When did you remember that? Did it just pop up out of nowhere?
Please, don't joke. This is serious.
Sorry. So you remembered who your father was?
Yes.
What about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh. So your dad raised you?
Well...
Kay stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked.
Little baby Kay!
He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working. The only times he wasn't working the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he'd given me. Suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Little 03 doll? 03 put some clothes on. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as a part of a family. In several, the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought, I would be so happy. So, for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and, as usual, was making his way toward his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. When he said her name, rather her ID number, they were dashed. He had given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He'd never scolded me for anything before. First I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person, but I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot, and it will respond. But in the end, you're still talking to a machine, not a person. 03 looking really beat up over there. If that was what I'd wanted, I still have the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. The robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We'd never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him. I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen, apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment I thought my father had created a new robot, but when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said, I would need to be more polite. having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I'd even thought about. My father got in trouble too, when he made the mistake of reading through the research papers during dinner. A look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before it had been just been another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while every day, I got the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started to help with my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering. I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful. Most importantly, I was happy. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death? I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I'd been helping with was working toward. Perhaps, I thought, I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I'd bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. Whoa. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. That's a loaded revelation right there. I was stunned. I was furious with my father, and with her, and even with the research I'd poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do: destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor, and with it the entire facility. But she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I had misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or just furthering their own goals? Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she'd shown me had been real. She'd made me feel as if I had a real family. That was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me in hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see is a future where no one would have to die. I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. That's a lot to take in. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
That was a lot to take in. It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events.
Huh. Leading up to you losing your memory and this?
Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be all right if I laid down for a bit?
What's wrong?
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Are you okay?
Yes. I think I just need to rest.
Okay. Take as long as you need. I'll go look for Clover and Tenmyuji myself.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Is this the room that... Well, guess I'd better get moving then. Is this the room that they ate dinner in? I stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Phi. Oh, hi. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up.
Yeah, sorry about
Judging
that.
by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn.
Yeah.
Where's Kay?
He's in the lounge.
You decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door to the lounge and walked in.
What's up with him?
He's tired. Guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a bit.
Is he alright?
Think so. We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. I'm sure he's just tired.
Tired, huh? How are you feeling?
What?
I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
Really? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. And all of a sudden, I wake up trapped in some weird-ass game, then dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I managed to hold up onto my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. The more I try and figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain's just gonna melt and run out of my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? I managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we have no idea about. Where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's this whole notary game thing for? What is Zero Senior up to? Oh, how about who Zero Senior is? Rabbit said he was one of us, but... Do you think it's Dio?
Who knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He said he was ordered to do it, but... And there's more, too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anybody here. I don't even know anything about you, Vi.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
No, that's not it.
I'm just like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
She trailed off. What? You heard that, right?
Yeah. It came from the hallway.
Let's go have a look.
There's nobody here.
Maybe they got on the elevator?
Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs.
Oh. Okay.
Thought so.
Let's go. Well, time to play Where the Fuck Did They Go? Which way? Where do you think they went?
Let's just head for the green door.
Why?
Because the treatment center's there.
Oh.
That's where Dio and Quark are.
So?
You aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
They're fine. Ted, Myoji, or Clover probably made that noise. Or maybe both of them. I don't think they'd hurt Quark or Dio.
Are you sure?
Well, they might hurt Dio. Huh?
Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
Are you serious? You're gonna believe him?
Doesn't matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful.
Fair enough. Alright, fine. Headed to the first pod. Cracked open the top and lifted it back. Are you still there? Quark's still there. There was Quark, sound asleep. See?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing.
I wouldn't say that, but...
How about Dio?
Let's open his. I mean, do we have to... What the hell?
Check his pulse!
It was pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead. I did it anyway. Yeah, he's dead.
Look.
Status, dead.
The oxygen level for his
Oh,
pod
Jesus.
says 0%.
How the fuck did that happen? That means he asphyxiated. But why?
Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who? Clover.
Look, you should go tell Kay about this. Come on, let's go.
Okay. This is concerning. Without waiting for me to follow, Phi turned and ran off. Took a deep breath and followed. Phi and I burst into the lounge and ran up to Kay. Kay! Wake up! Something's happened. When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. He twitched and quickly sat up.
What is it?
Dio. He explained about how we'd found Dio dead. It looked like he died of asphyxiation. It appeared that someone had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0. 0.
What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice, and Luna. Then
Maybe.
who killed him, if he was the murderer?
My first thought is revenge for Alice, but... The people who could have done it are Clover and Tenmyoji.
There's also Quark.
I mean, he could technically let himself out of his pod, but... What? No. That's impossible. Are you suggesting Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and went back to sleep? From the inside doesn't rule anything out, but...
No, I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility.
Yeah, it is indeed.
So just, take it into consideration.
Well, in that case, Phi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Me?
Oh.
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmyoji to show up. They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge.
She went on to explain about the sound we'd heard.
I see. So you heard something. Then perhaps it is likely that Clover and Tenmyoji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
Nope.
In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it.
Oh crap. We only got 7 minutes until the primary doors open.
All right. Let's get back to the Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmyoji are already there.
Need to borrow Dio's bracelet.
Where is Dio's bracelet?
Is what?
Huh?
You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo.
You need
Phi
it.
and I are the magenta pair.
Shit. You're right. Without
Well.
Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door.
Let's go
I
get
fear
it.
not.
I need to hurry. We'll drop by the treatment center on the way back and grab the bracelet.
All three of us don't need to go. You two go on ahead. I'll get the bracelet.
All right.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these.
Oh, the yellow pair bracelets. These Alice and Luna's?
Yes. Without these, you would be stuck. So, here you are. Please, take them.
I grab the bracelets and shove them into my pocket.
All right, let's get going.
Shit. They're not here.
Maybe they did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Quark's bracelet?
Or...
Or what? Oh, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead crap. Got enough of it from Dio. Well, now Dio's dead. You gotta be kidding me. This isn't funny, Phi. If you're right, then you, Kay, Quark, and I are the only people still alive in here.
Hey, lay off. I want to believe they're alive, too. But...
We heard a noise and turned. I hope. Yep. It's jingle jangling.
I apologize for keeping you.
Did you get Dia's bracelet?
We also don't know who handcuffed Tenmyoji and Clover to the sink in the infirmary upstairs. Or if that happened this time. Assumption was Dio, but
Well,
it's gone.
technically, yes, but
What? What's that mean?
best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod.
Quark's bracelet.
What?
What the hell?
I assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
But why? There's no point.
I can't say for sure, but if I were to guess,
To stop us from going through the door.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
with a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I... Well,
Shit. Oh no. Shit. You're gonna...
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll be penalized.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How can you be so calm? 5 minutes, you're gonna be...
Go on ahead, Sigma.
The...
You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just...
Fuck that! You know I can't just ditch you guys like that.
But if you stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? What kind of a monster am I if I just leave you here to die? Ah! God damn it. This was bad. What was I gonna do? I need to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had... Is this a lock? Is this a lock? That's a lock! Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Here we go again. Save this file now. Is that gonna take us to here? Yep. That's a lock. Oh, this is lock number 1. Oh shit, that's gonna reset me now.